Ukraine consists of personalities who form the history. Taras Shevchenko lived only 47 years, 24 of which he spent in serf, 10 years in exile. He practically the rest of his life spent under the gendarme supervision, but all he did made him still alive, confirm him as a genius contemporary and far-sighted prophet. Taras Shevchenko was born on the 9th of March in 1814 in the village Morinцы, Zvenigorod Povit, Cherkasska Oblast, in a serf family. When he was 12, he became an orphan. He was sent to school where the deacon taught him to read and write. At that time, a great thirst for drawing revealed itself. Luckily, his landlord and Algard noticed unusual boy's abilities. In St. Petersburg, he apprenticed the boy to the painting master Shirai for 4 years in order to make Taras a home painter.
The expectant creator became king on St. Petersburg. Quite nice, he copied sculptors in the summer garden. There he met his compatriots Sushenko, Grigorovich, Hrebinka. Later he got acquainted with Venetianov, Brulov and Zhukovsky. His friend from St. Petersburg made a plan to free talented young men from Seldom. They sold a portrait of Russian poet Zhukovsky painted by Karl Brulov in a lottery. 2,500 rubles were used to ransom Taras from Engelgard.
The next day, Shevchenko, now free, began to attend classes at the Academy of Fine Arts and became one of the favorite Brulov students. His first literary works also appeared at that time. In 1840, he published his first collection of poems, Kobzar. A small book consists of 8 poems. After the publishing, Shevchenko got the nickname Kobzar.
In spring 1843, he visited Kiev, Kirillivka, Khotitsa, Chigirin, and other Ukrainian cities and villages. He got acquainted with the lots of landowners and representatives of Ukrainian intelligentsia. In 1845, in spring, Shevchenko arrived in Ukraine again and wrote his classical works with special creative animation. At that time, in Pereyaslav, being seriously ill, he wrote his famous Statesman, which openly called to struggle for Ukrainian national release. In 1847, he entered the secret Kirill and Methodius Brotherhood, which activity was directly against the autocracy. Next year, in March, the organization was smashed and Shevchenko was arrested. He was condemned to 10 years of levy. Tsar Mykola wrote on the sentence, "Must be taken under strict supervision, banned to write and draw." Shevchenko was exiled and ordered for special groups on the island Wonderspach in the Novopetrivska fortress. He had the opportunity to create despite this strict ban. He wrote some poetical works which were later combined into a series in Casimir. Drawing his self-portrait, tried himself as a sculptor. Only in 1857, after his friends petitioned the government, he was released from exile. Among the people who helped Shevchenko was the president of Academy of Fine Arts, Fyodor Tolstoy.
On 27th of March in 1858, Shevchenko arrived in St. Petersburg, where he drew attention of Petersburg society. Little by little, his life was getting more and more sensible. In summer 1857, Shevchenko was allowed to visit Ukraine, but the third department made a secret supervision about him. In July, he was thirdly arrested not far from the village Prokhorivka because of denunciation about his revolutionary propaganda, and he was sent to Moscow. Shevchenko had been seriously ill since 1860. He died on the 10th of March 1861, the morning after his birthday. 2 months later, his friends fulfilled his testament and brought his remains to Ukraine. They buried him on Chinicha Hill near Kharkiv. Today, a great number of streets and squares, parks and theater, educational establishments all around Ukraine and abroad are named after this outstanding person, who is considered a spiritual father of Ukrainian nation.